You want to say anything to the audience? Cool.
Yeah, we jump on there. What's good, everybody? Joe Nice here at the John at the Status Coup. If you're watching on Status Coup, please press the like button. Please donate. Please subscribe. It's important to get independent journalism here on the streets and boots on the ground. Please. What happened today was a travesty of injustice. They need to release these tapes. They need to release these unredacted tapes completely, fully, and unequivocally. There's no reason why these tapes should be withheld by the Pasquotank County Police Department and court system for at least a week. I guarantee you, if the cops had rescued somebody from the water, the cops would have had those tapes immediately to show everybody. This is a cover-up, and there's a cover-up within the cover-up. There's a whole bunch of nefarious activity taking place within this courthouse, and we need to bring these police officers that are standing on the roof watching us, and the police officers that are not watching out for safety of black people and people in general, to justice. This must change. We have militarized police marching along the streets right now. Where's Joe Biden talking about this? Why is he not doing anything? Why is he not doing anything? Joe Biden gave a law to the Asians and Pacific Islanders, and of course they need protection. But for 400 years, black people have been brutalized, murdered, economically castrated, etc. in the streets. Where is our justice? Where is the legislation for black people in this country? Where is it? Joe Biden, we're calling on you to do something. This is 100 days that you have been in office and you have done nothing substantive for black people. And black people got you elected. Stacey Abrams handed you the election on a platter. What have you done for black people? Reverend Raphael Warnock advocated for you. Nothing. Kamala Harris brought a whole bunch of black people to the Democratic Party to bring Joe Biden into office. Joe Biden, when in the hell are you going to do something for black people? We are waiting, and we cannot wait any longer. We've waited far too long. We've waited far too long.
Absolutely.
We demand justice, and we demand justice now. We demand the release of these tapes of Andrew Brown Jr. We have police on the roof waiting. For what? For what? The police, and what I'm most ashamed about the police are the black police officers. Because how can any black person be complicit and an accomplice to the brutalization of other black people in the United States? It's an affront to everything that we know about humanity, freedom, equality, and survival that you see on my t-shirt. Again, what we've witnessed here was a cover-up, and it's just like a toupee. The cover-up is always worse than the crime. I'm going to say that again. It's just like a toupee. The cover-up is always worse than the crime. What we saw today was a cover-up. Why are we hiding the videotapes? Why are you redacting footage? Why is the Pasquotank Police Department covering up names of badges and covering up weapons that are being used by the police officers that assassinated Andrew Brown Jr. behind the wheel of his vehicle? Why are they covering up the footage? What do they have to hide? What was said on those videotapes that can't be heard to the public? Why are First Amendment rights being violated by not releasing these tapes? There are 5 freedoms that the First Amendment of the United States Constitution affords. The right to peaceably assemble, the right to petition your government, the right to freedom of religion, freedom of speech, and freedom of the press. Why is the press not being able to get this videotape shown to the masses so accountability can be adhered to by all parties, plaintiff and defendant? This is a joke. These police officers, everybody involved. Why would 2 police officers quit and another take an early retirement if they did nothing wrong? And the other 7 police officers that were allegedly involved, that's standard operating procedure to have them put on ice until the investigation has been completed. But why the other police officers? Where are they? Why would they quit? Why would you all of a sudden quit if you did nothing wrong? Why would you take an early retirement if you did nothing wrong? Come on, release the tapes. We want unredacted tapes. Unredacted tapes. There were 10 police officers. Why were there only 5 body cams? 10 police officers, 5 body cams. 10 police officers, only 1 dash camera? 1 dash camera? Doesn't make any sense. Yes, sir.
Can I ask you your question about Joe Biden?
Yes, sir.
And Kamala Harris. I mean, so have they been a disappointment?
Say again, please?
Have they been a disappointment? Or?
They've been a total disappointment. In fact, Joe Biden should have never been elected. Joe Biden is the reason why we have all of these police in the street right now via the 1994 Omnibus Crime Bill. The reason why we have mass surveillance is because of the Counterterrorism Act of 1995. Now, that bill was never tasked in Congress. But when 2 planes went into the side of the World Trade Center, another plane went to the side of the Pentagon, and another plane landed in Shanksville, Pennsylvania, George Bush contacted Joe Biden, knocked on his door and said, hey, Joe, we need to surveil everybody. Remember that Counterterrorism Act? Let's remix it, add some more stuff, put some more money into it, and call it the Patriot Act. Okay? When you are so much as suspected of being involved in criminal activity, but never actually being involved in criminal activity, there's a bill that Joe Biden wrote that authorizes civil asset forfeiture. Joe Biden wrote the bill. He didn't dot the I's, and he dotted the I's, crossed the T's, proofread it. They didn't have Microsoft Word back in 1984 because that's when the bill was written. But Joe Biden wrote that bill. Joe Biden wrote that bill. So Joe Biden should have never seen the inside of the White House. Ever, especially as president of the United States. And where are the people that said, oh, let's get him elected, and then we're gonna push him left? How is that working out for you after 100 days? Where's the pushing him left? He hasn't forgiven student loans. He hasn't given everybody health care. He hasn't done anything to regulate Wall Street. He hasn't done anything to properly administer the vaccine to everybody and make sure vaccine apartheid is not a problem in this country. He hasn't done anything for student loan forgiveness. But we're gonna all of a sudden push a guy left that was an advocate of Strom Thurmond's Dixiecrat party? We're gonna push that guy left? It's a joke.
Joe, one more time.
Yes, sir.
What's your message to the entire Democratic Party?
The Democratic Party needs to be dissolved. The Democratic Party needs to be dissolved fully and completely. There is no use for them. There is no use for the Democratic Party. Moreover, there is no use for the Congressional Black Caucus. Because what in the hell has the Congressional Black Caucus done to alleviate the systematic genocide of black people in the United States by police? What have they done? What are you doing? What about the squad? Where are you, squad? Where are you, AOC? What about you, Ayanna Presley? Where are you, Ilhan Omar? What about you, Jamal Bowman? I'm calling every one of you out, all of you. Because if you see another black person in the street, I don't want to hear thoughts and prayers or we're sending our love to the family. I want you to get off your fucking asses and do something for the people. Because that is the reason you all got elected. You all got elected because we have a representative government in the United States. That means you are representative of the people that have put you into the halls of Washington, D.C. What are you doing for the people? More specifically, what are you doing for black people? What are you doing to make sure that black people don't get shot down and murdered like dogs and pigs in the street by racist white police officers? What are you doing? The next time you do something for black people will be the first time. And we are waiting, and we are tired of waiting. We are tired of this. This is an injustice. This is an affront to everything that, quite honestly, the United States says that they are about. But it's not, because this is a racist country. The United States was built on racism. America was founded on racism. Not too far away from here in Fort Monroe, Virginia, the first Africans were trafficked on Spanish and Portuguese slave ships and brought to Fort Monroe, Virginia at Point Pleasant on or about August 20th, 1619. We are now 401 years into white supremacy, Jim Crow, slavery, convict leasing, redlining, block busting, you name it, we're living in it now. And right now we have a bunch of people in the White House that aren't doing anything to systematically help black people in this country. Nothing. Absolutely zero. So that is why we have people in the streets, because we need people in the streets, and you hear the constant chants, boots, boots, boots are on the ground, boots, boots. We're gonna shut this shit down. We need to shut everything down. We need mass workers' strikes across this country, not only intra-industry, but inter-industry. We need to shut everything down until these people, these racist police officers, do what they're supposed to be doing. And again, I'm gonna say this again, I'm gonna be crystal clear. I'm gonna be Waterford crystal clear with what I'm about to say. If you are a black police officer, there's no way anybody should trust you. There's no way anybody should trust you, because you are no better or no different than any of the white police officers that are complicit and guilty of killing black people in the streets. It is wrong. It is wrong. And John, thank you for your footage last night. I saw black police officers standing there and people in the streets saying what they had to say to them. And I fully agree with every one of those people that were saying what they had to say to the black police officers. Because how could you work with people that systematically murder your own people? Again, black police officers across the country. Y'all can look at me. I'm gonna take my mask off so you get a really good look at my face. And I shaved today and I'm clean. Look. How could you look at yourself in the mirror and know that the white police officer that's next to you was involved in systematically killing somebody that looks like you. That's for every black police officer across the country. I want everybody to make sure you understand that, take that home. And if you can sleep at night after you think about that, then you're just as psychopathic as the white police officers that systematically murder black people.
Absolutely. One more time, give the people your name.
Joe Nice. You can find me everywhere. Joe Nice DJ, Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
Cool.
I'm here.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
Cool, I'll talk to you later. All right. Thank you. Watch your back.